summer walking.
But first, I've been continuing my journey through the Scottish borders, meeting some of the best artisan food producers in the region. This week, it's the sweet taste of honey. The Chainbridge Honey Farm may be over the border here in Berwick-on-Tweed, but they have nearly 2,000 hives dotted all over the south of Scotland. That's literally billions of bees producing nearly 60 tonnes of honey every year. Before we go and meet the bees, what's the kit, what's the drill, what do I have to put on?
What you really need is a veil, and the veil is usually attached to a suit. Now, I've got some welly boots for you. Now,
okay.
They'll stop them from getting into the ankles. And I've got some gloves for you too. You just pull the veil over, and then there's a couple of zippers either side. There you go. Yeah. What we're taking off is the summer honey that gets collected in May and June, and we're trying to get the hives ready to go to the heather moors to get heather honey.
Yep. So these are the combs.
Yeah, you can see that they fill the box full of honey.
Yep.
There's roughly about 30 pounds in weight in there.
Just one part of that? Is that the only part that has the comb?
No. This is about the second box of honey. Right. So and that's sort of average of what you want to take in the summer. That's not a bad frame, but you can see this area here is all capped. It's what we call it. They've put a little bit of thin wax right over the top of the cells. Here's some that's sort of uncapped. You can see there's been a different variety of honey in there, a different variation. They've eaten the old crop out, and as the weather's improved, they've been getting more honey, and by the colour of it, it looks like bean honey. So
can you actually tell what it is by the colour?
Yeah, it has a nice bit of darkness about it.
And then what do you do when you get back to the plant? Do you blend the honeys together?
We take both the honey and the wax and separate them through cold processing. Yeah. And you keep in the honey. See, if you heat honey, you alter the taste.
It loses the character.
Yeah, it loses its character. And what we're looking for flower honey is to keep it smooth and soft. And then we get a nice clean dry wax as well, which we use for byproducts. Probably half of it will go into jars, and the other half will keep as cut comb, which we do sell a lot of because it's quite traditional and old-fashioned. It's totally natural and it's as it came from the hive. This is half the battle really, is trying to educate people into buying British honey.
So I'm dying to taste this. I can actually smell it. It's got a really quite strong scent. That is very, very good. It's got a really distinct, pronounced flavour, and there's none of that kind of sugariness about it. It really is. It's gorgeous.
That's what I would call summer honey. It can be a mixture of anything. You know, like it could come from tree honey or from the crops, and it's what I'd call a warm-tasting honey.
And the other one that I'm dying to taste is this. This is my favourite, heather honey. I think there's just something kind of unique about heather honey. It has a very deep, distinctive.
Oh yes. I mean, obviously the heather's grown on the moors, and it picks up all the traits of the peat and the moorland, and of course that's often gives heather honey its taste. It's dark and distinctive.
Yeah, kind of deep and malty and really sort of powerful flavour. Now you see, that's the kind of honey that I want to buy. I don't want the mass-produced stuff from the supermarkets. I want something that's got the real character. And I've always associated heather honey with northern Scotland, but this has come from here, from the borders, and it has a real distinctive regional character to it. It's absolutely fantastic and worth every penny.